Hello viewers, welcome to another video of Simpalm. Today we will be talking about Core Web Vitals, the important metrics that Google has specified for determining the user-friendliness of a website. If you are a business owner with an active website navigating your online presence, this video will be very helpful and insightful for you. Before breaking down the components of Core Web Vitals, you must have an idea about what it actually is. Core Web Vitals are considered a subset of diverse factors that contribute to Google's ranking policies associated with the page experience. In better terms, these metrics are Google's way of scoring your website's user experience quotient. Both desktop and mobile versions of your website will be assessed in the process. With this, now we can move on to briefly learn about each of those metrics that comprise Google's Core Web Vitals. FCP, or First Contentful Paint. It is one of the most critical metrics in Google's Core Web Vitals, which records the time taken by any web page content to render on a user's screen. This metric is recorded right at the moment when a page load is initiated, and the user starts to see the visual elements such as texts, background, or images. The ideal FCP of your web page to ensure it has a good user experience is less than 1.8 seconds. LCP, or Largest Contentful Paint. It is the metric that records the time it takes for the largest content elements on your page to load entirely. Your website is proven to have a satisfactory user experience if your LCP score is less than 2.5 seconds. CLS, or Cumulative Layout Shift. It is an important metric, meant to track the frequency at which your web page layouts experience fluctuations or unexpected movements while it loads. To give you an example, you might have observed the shifting of images or buttons on web pages while they load on your screen. That's cumulative layout shift of a web page. For your website to have a great user experience, the CLS score should not be more than 0.1. INP, or Interaction to Next Paint. It is the metric that measures the overall time it takes for a web page to load the following visual update when a user initiates an interaction. To better understand, INP of Google's Core Web Vitals will measure the overall responsiveness of your website. The ideal INP score should be less than 200 milliseconds for your website to provide a good user experience. TTFB, or Time to First Byte. It is the Core Web Vitals metric used to measure the overall time between the request raised by the user for a web resource and when the first byte of the response arrives. For a better understanding, TTFB is the time a web page takes to start loading once the user makes a request for it. The ideal TTFB value for a good user experience of your website is less than 0.8 seconds. TBT, or Total Blocking Time. It is meant to measure the total time a page stays blocked before it responds to users' inputs. Here, users' inputs are referred to keyboard presses, mouse clicks, screen taps, and other such activities. The TBT score is meant to be low to ensure your website is responsive and user-friendly, and the ideal score is less than 200 milliseconds. SI, or Speed Index. It is a measurement of how fast your web page content is visually displayed while being loaded. The lower the SI, the better the website performance. For mobile devices, the ideal Speed Index score is proposed at less than 3.4 seconds, whereas for desktops, it is less than 1.3 seconds. Now that you know the important metrics that are part of Google's Core Web Vitals, you must also know how to evaluate them for your website. So let's discuss the few tools and methods that you can use for the same. PageSpeed Insights by Google. It is a free tool that most businesses tend to use for evaluating the performance of individual pages on their website. Not just that, but you can test both mobile as well as desktop versions of your websites using PageSpeed Insights. The best part about this method is you can retrieve comprehensive ideas on how to improve your web pages and make them more user-friendly and responsive. You will be getting a performance score for almost all metrics under Core Web Vitals, including Speed Index, FCP, LCP, TBT, INP, and CLS. Beyond that, you will also get scores to determine the SEO proficiency and accessibility of the web page. SEMrush Audit. This platform comes with a built-in site audit tool that you can use for conducting a thorough technical assessment of your website. Eventually, you will be able to detect all the potential issues that are hampering the site speed, responsiveness, and other traits. In the test report, you will find a specific tab highlighting Core Web Vitals, along with a combined efficiency percentage of your site associated with the underlying metrics. Review them and look for the areas that need optimization. Chrome UX Report. It is one of the public datasets accessible through the Looker Studio dashboard. You just need to enter the URL of the web page you want to analyze the Core Web Vitals for, and the metrics will be assessed for you. Beyond that, you can also evaluate other data points associated with the page performance, depending on your specific preferences. You can either download a holistic report of all the metrics or individual reports for specific parameters to conduct an in-depth analysis and determine the areas of improvement. Google Search Console. It is one of the most effective tools for you to retrieve the Core Web Vitals report of your website. The best thing about GSC is it uses real-world data to give you an accurate insight into the end-user experience of your website. You just have to sign into Google Search Console, add your website domain, and go to the Core Web Vitals tab from the menu. This way, you will be able to retrieve performance statistics of your website as a whole and identify areas that need enhancement or improvement. Once you have your Core Web Vitals report, the next crucial step is to look for ways to improve it. So let me list out some of the ways using which you can target the important metrics under Core Web Vitals and improve them through simple yet effective practices. For scaling your LCP score, you must optimize images using web-friendly formats, enable page caching, upgrade web hosting from shared to cloud or dedicated hosting plan. Now, for improving your CLS metric, you can add height and width size attributes to the images and videos of your web pages. Use specific aspect ratio boxes within the CSS code. Optimize the font type being used across the web page. Moving on to optimize your INP and TBT metric, you might have to take a developer's help for minimizing JavaScript and other unnecessary code. Breaking up long browser tasks in the backend, without which the user's interaction with the site might be hampered. Being a proxy metric for TBT, an improved INP score will ensure the blocking time of your web page is reduced. Now, for your FCP score optimization, you must enable website caching, eliminate render blocking resources, preload the critical resources, avoid lazy loading the images above the page fold. Finally, for your TTFB score, you are advised to optimize server response times, use browser caching and CDNs, reduce network latency. So this was all about Core Web Vitals, how you can assess the metrics and work on improving them. We believe this video guide has helped you determine ways to evaluate your website on its performance quotient and work towards improving its user-friendliness and overall experience. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more such content.